Hello and welcome back to our winter Arctic playthrough here. So I've just been up on top of our warehouse here painting the roof. I went with black there and then. So what I think I want to do at the start of today is get some lights on the inside and outside of this warehouse. While we're up top here, let's go ahead and get some lights just up high so we don't have to jump up ladder. Want our wall mounted lights. Let's just go ahead and buy a bunch of these. I figure we're going to need them. Going to need some cables, of course, as well as a power supply. Now, what I think I want to do with this is put our lights here on the warehouse on a separate separate grid, I should say. That's how the problem is. Snap build there. Maybe we can reach that from the bottom. One here. Straight across. There. Beautiful. Sides. One up top there. Why not? I've not tested these, so I'm not too sure how bright they are, but plenty of light can't be a bad thing, I would imagine. This went one block over, I think. About here. Beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead then and get a power supply for this light. Back into our store. And I guess we're just gonna go with the cheapest one here, so we're gonna get ourselves a power pylon. 600 to do. Let's get ourselves a small solar panel here. Our pylon down. Our solar panel. We'll be getting much power into this panel with this weather. Cables. There. Beautiful. So, we can connect all these lights one by one. I figure gonna need to go ahead and get back up top here. Quite bright indeed. It's nice. Here. On. Good. Now we can turn this on from the bottom, I am sure. And indeed. Beautiful. So it's just gonna clip through the building there. It's not grass, but it's gonna have to do. Sure, there's a better way to do this. That is actually snapped on there for us. Nice. One more. Round to our sides here. Get back up top and get those lights on the front of our warehouse turned on there. Level 13, very nice indeed. Oops. Maybe we can jump? Yeah, we can. Okay, so to get some inside, I think what I need to do is place down some lights. Then we will clip in our power supply from outside there. Cover up that clipping wire in the corner there. Okay. So, hopefully, this will connect here. No, it does not. Okay. So, I think what we will do is go from the pylon to the inside, perhaps. No. Maybe the pylon is too far there. Let's see. It is quite far there. Okay, so let's get one more pylon. So we have the 600. So let's get our cables back out. Is that too far? I don't think it is. To be. Okay, so let's move the storage. It's on our way. Okay. We go from there to the inside. We can. Beautiful. Okay, let's see how this is looking. Yeah, quite happy with that. Okay, let's get a couple for upstairs here. Nice that the black paint went to the inside here also. So, I think the one here, one here, one here. Those level. There. Very nice. So I'm gonna run power up to these then. We need one more pylon. Like we can connect again there. Get one more pylon then. 600. Here. Here. And okay. Get both of these lit up. So now I need to connect these two. Might be an issue. It is too far, of course. So I'm gonna put a wall out here. No. Interesting. Let's see if we have any more pylons that we can use there. So they're all going to be snapping to a wall. Let's try this one. We put it on the ground like this, perhaps. It is the wrong way, but it will do. We can cover that there with a machine or something eventually. Ah, beautiful. Now we can see what we were working on at least. Very nice indeed. Oh, when I was in the store the last time, I was looking at these buildings here. West buildings, to be exact. However, if I go into... Okay, so I need to be level 30 to do this. If I go into my quests here, these are all blacked out, but I can actually start it. Not sure why those are blacked out. That's okay, it does appear that we can do it. Build a radio. Craft and build the radio array. Can I just buy it? No, I cannot. It's level 60. Any bank? Any or general store, I should say. So let's go back to our quests here. Yeah, so we're quite away from being able to do any of those, fortunately, and we don't have any coal or any of these other materials. We have silicon, but it pays nothing, so it is no point to do this. Yep. Let's get a look at our building here from a distance. Oops. Kinda like a Christmas tree, right? I mean, yeah, I am reasonably happy with that. I mean, it is not amazing, but it will do. So let's go in here and get ourselves a vehicle. A truck. Get ourselves a 4x4 here, why not? A little drive and see our operation from a bit further away. And again. Yeah. Like a bug in the game that you adjust the volume every time you log in. Yeah, those power pylons, we're gonna have to hide those somehow. That is absolutely horrendous. Oh my god, what have I done? But the lights are on. There is some life here in the Arctic winter after all. Yeah, I do quite like that. That is nice. So I think what I want to start doing here in the very near future is starting to work on this road. I have plans over to the mountain over there. Now along this road I want to put in some buildings, of course. I think that's where our quest buildings are going to come in. But I am only level 12 and it's going to be quite a while before I unlock some of those quest buildings, but we do have a general store, etc. So let's go ahead, purchase, and just what it looks like first of all. So building, quest building. Our road is probably here. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a point to build towards. Then do grid build on this. Very nice. Can we actually do something? Apparently. Ah, okay. So it's just like we went to roleplay coming to buy something, right? Our inventory. Very nice. Do like to look at that. Have to get some ports to put in under it there. But nice. What else do we have over here? We have company bank. Yes, we want the loan. Sell point. We're ever going to use that at some point, but not right now. Okay. So on with my mind here. I think what I want to do today is to blast the top of this hill here and dig it out some more. Also in the expansion plans is our dump deck, which I want to put probably somewhere around here. Maybe a little bit back closer to the warehouse here. But let's go in here to our and get ourselves dynamite and start blasting here. We want equipment, explosives. Let's go ahead and buy 100 of those. Why not? Quite cheap. Also, what I need to do is dig out further this way to allow room for our conveyor system to expand. But we will get there eventually, no doubt. So with these dynamite, I think I want to do a snap build. The top ridge line there, beautiful. Underneath here as well. The pit earth, dynamited up. Our little loader there doesn't have to reach up there. We have 19 left. Let's put them up here. So nice pile of dirt to dig out. Yeah. Retreat and see what we have done. Yeah. Very nice indeed. Alrighty, let me jump in the loader there and let's get to work on clearing a lot of this up. Okay, so I've run my loader there for about 30 minutes. Let's do a clean out here and get this factory producing. Some gold bars, some rubies and some diamonds. Silicon of course. Let's just leave the dirt in there for now. Do that later. This one over at the end here is still running. Let's put the first person. What have you got? 25 minutes left on that there. So let's put the rest of the silicon in here. Not the rest, I should say. Let's put all of our silicon in here. Gold. Of course we have the gold we already produced still stored in there. Working at the moment. Put up and going. Diamond. And put our rubies into this one here. Okay, very nice. We got our timers ticking down there again and everything is up and running. So, let's look at our glyph over here. Not sure I want to go too much further this way. The pay dirt seems to angle here, but I will try a few more. Leave it extend out that way. But yeah, pretty decent. So now I think what I want to do is get water and start tackling Arnor over here. And our production and our conveyors out that way. We'll have to move this turbine however, so let's go ahead and do that now. Why not? Thailand. Let's wrap this first of all. Safe enough here. Needs one taps. Thailand. Leave this turbine is 200. Hundreds cables there. Thailand is kind of in line with our production here. 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 Now hopefully our cables will reach both. Does. Here. That's not great. By moving it slightly. Here. Really? Oh, really? Yeah, let's move this one instead. That is it. Yeah, we do. Our turbine does not reach. Okay, let's move mine slightly. Here. Yeah, let's get. One more upgrade that I do actually want to do to our here is on this power input. Do notice that it is keeping up to speed with our loader, but I think it is you do it. It is the cheapest one. Go here. We're in. 1 speed to 10 speed. I think the 10 speed is quite needed. Go with the steps. Go ahead and sell our old one. Get rid of some of this that we have in here. It's that actually steel roof. Will we need those? Let's just no. Well, money is not it right now. Those. Get rid of that. Okay. Oh, or in you to turn you on. It is working. Very nice indeed. Oh, nice little upgrade there. There was one more thing that I was looking at, and painting this vehicle. If we look in our vehicle inventory here, we have some paint. So go ahead, change some of these out. Black. Interesting. Do I want it all black? No, surely not. I think a black bucket makes sense. Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy with that. It is okay. Nothing special. Keep this actually. Why not? Maybe not actually. We'll go ahead and sell those as well. Let's actually see what those sell for. Okay, they cost 55 to buy. We're selling them for 39. That is fine. No problem there. So let's have a look at our next loader upgrade here. Our vehicles. But this is the one we are running. This one is available to us, but it does have a smaller bucket, I think. Same size bucket. Power 386. Okay, so there is less power. Better on the fuel usage and capacity, but that's not an issue, really. L9. Yeah, smaller buckets. Much less power. So this one is at level 18. I guess this would be logically our next upgrade. Then of course the big buy there at level 45. That is quite a ways away. But yeah, this one is working quite nice. In too much of a rush to replace it. One thing we might be able to get though is a bigger excavator. With a bigger excavator, I would be looking at getting rock truck 3.7. This is the one we have. This is also 3.7 bucket. Zero swing. What about this one? I mean, interesting. I don't know much about the excavators, but maybe the one we have is not so bad. We could try this one, of course. Yeah, who knows? So we need a rock truck first of all, but before we do any of that, we're going to build our little dump deck facility over there near the factory. 40 for the big boy. Level 15. 36 meters squared. 30 meters squared. 3 meters squared. Yes, perhaps the one at level 15. Do unlock at level 15 actually. interesting. I will have to look into all of those. But anyway, let's continue digging out our production area over this way. Okay, so unfortunately I did forget to hit record there. So if you'll notice, our cash balance up on the top right there is 1.5 million. I went ahead and sold everything that we had produced there, the gold bars, the diamonds and the rubies in our production facility over there, or warehouse, however you want to call it. And this is the progress we've made here. Area, more conveyors and more full screens and crushers and whatever we're going to need in the future here. So that's fine for the time being. Now, over in our next episode, I think what I want to do is extend my concrete floor out here as far as possible. We have a nice little parking area for our vehicles now, which are accumulating quite quickly. Maybe we will sell some of these at some point, but for now, it is fine. I do quite like this 4x4 that we invested in. Definitely worth the money. Cost. Let's take a little drive out here. That's out there in the wilderness. Let's get our lights on. It is nighttime after all. Little general store over here, abandoned, but not for long. Map is huge, by the way. I do like that you can see the vehicles there. So there is quite the potential here. There really is. So many things you could do. Even when we are zoomed all the way out, there is still room to move. Pretty nice. Let's take a little scouting expedition over here to this mountain. So it is quite far, but I mean, we can still see our facility over there. Lights burning bright. So yeah, if we can tunnel into this here, maybe with a tunneling machine of sorts, would be quite interesting to see what's in here. You would imagine things like iron, gravel, etc. Yeah, I think it's going to be quite expensive to build a road out here. Oops. Go ahead and pick our car up here. Entry again. Very nice. Okay, so I'm gonna drive back over here to our home base. But thank you for watching. Do appreciate that. All the best.